Hello. It is 10 years. This was from the Utah JS conference. So it is office hours now, and I just forgot to fix my lighting. Now I should look a little less orange. All right, so this is your opportunity to come and ask me questions. This might be the last one for a while. We'll see. We're expecting an addition to our family like in the next week or two. So yeah, it's exciting. But if you have any questions, bring them now. I also have the Call Kent podcast, and you can ask me questions over there as well. Let's go ahead and jump into this. I don't know that I have any questions in Discord yet. I give priority to Discord, and then I jump to questions in the chat. Let me see. Where did office hours? There we go. Yeah, so let's do this. Let me also actually grab the URL for this and stick that in here. Live now. It looks like I do have a question. And there was something else I was going to do. Thanks, Andreas. Let's see. I feel like there was something else I was going to do as a part of this, but yeah, okay. That's what we're going to go with that. I want to sit down. And we'll go to this question from Nicht Sam. I'm not sure that I'm saying that right, but there it is. Been working on uploading. Yeah, here, let me come back here. We'll say reply to this. Answering this on stream now. That way they know. Okay, we're working on uploading client assets to a CDN, and I'm running into some uncertainty around where to get built assets from since the build is done remotely on fly. So to be clear, this is the Epic stack. Yes, I am trying ChatGPT Atlas. It's fine, I think. I did yesterday. It helped me. It was something that was quite nice. It would have been really enough of a pain to extract context from the site I was on to put it into ChatGPT that I wouldn't have done that. And so that was really nice. There are other things that I don't like just yet. The fact that this opens up and you can't stick it in like whatever the separator thing, like it's a separate window always. That's kind of annoying. I haven't really done a ton of development with it yet, but anyway, yeah, so we're talking about the Epic stack here, and the way that this works is our app actually serves the static assets. It adds a cache header on them. If we go to server index TS, we have, where's our public? Don't we have the, hold on. Static. There we go. Yeah, so we've got our static assets right here. We've got cache headers and stuff, so the same browser is not going to request the same thing. But yeah, pretty much every client is going to. You could put a CDN in front of this with like Cloudflare. That'd probably be the most straightforward way to do this. I haven't tried that myself, but yeah, it seems like sticking Cloudflare in front of this would be the easiest way to do this. So anyway, that's some initial thoughts as I see this question. Thanks, Wall Markets. Appreciate that. Okay, yeah, so a couple so the goal here is to upload the assets to a CDN and then have the CDN serve those assets. So the application would point to those assets. And you could do that, you could configure that in the Vite config. There's a configuration option in here somewhere where you can say all like static assets need to be at like pointing to this bucket or whatever. So you can make that work. Okay, couple approaches: fly remote build, Docker pull, Docker copy. Currently not working. Yeah, upload assets from inside the Docker image. That's probably what I would do, like have it upload during the build or something. Because like so if we look at the Docker file, build, so once we run the build, then all the assets exist, and you could have another layer in here or something that uploads the assets. I think that's actually what we do as Sentry as well. That happens as part of Vite, but Vite will upload things to Sentry at the time of the build. So you could probably make a Vite plugin that does this rather than doing it from within the Docker file. That might be best, actually. Local build, Docker, copy, upload. You could do it that way, but then your CI is, I don't know if that would cost you more. I can't remember what their pricing structure is. I don't know that it would be faster. It could, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure I love that one though. Build twice, fly, and local. I think, yeah, this is the one I would prefer with a Vite plugin probably. I'd love to only build once, since separating the builds risks things getting out of sync. Yep, my first thought was just copy the assets out of the image, but since we're using Fly Remote Builder, it doesn't seem to be a way to pull that image back. And even if there was, it probably isn't ideal to pull down full image just for the build files. That leaves two main options: build locally and bake the upload step into the Docker file, or the Vite as a Vite plugin, similar to how Sentry handles it. Yep, that feels hacky. Yeah, I mean, you could do it in the Docker file, or you could do it as a Vite plugin. Effectively, it's running at the same time, basically. So yeah, they're even, like, depending on the CDN you're using, there might be a built-in way to do this. So Tigris Vite plugin. I wonder if Tigris has a Vite plugin. I should just, like, yeah, okay, nothing. This is such a different way to interact with the internet. I think I love it, but I need to get used to. See, here's the funny thing. When we were kids, we were teaching our parents, like our parents would go into Google and they would, like, type a full phrase of what, like, how many yada 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 blah 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 blah, and we'd have to teach our parents, like, no, you have to use this special, like, series of keywords, otherwise you include too much and it causes problems. And then of course Google did get better at interpreting those things. But it's funny, now we're going completely opposite. No, you have to give it more good context of what you're actually trying to do so it can help you. It's just funny. It's interesting. Okay, so yeah, so we can make our own plugin. Here's an example, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Read the schema file. Watch, resolve, load. Oh, no. I want to have built files or built assets be uploaded to the to a Tigris CDN when building for production. I should just speak production. And there was more I was going to say. Production. And make sure all of the assets reference the uploaded files. I don't like the capital letter, even though ChatGPT is not going to judge me. Let's see. We've got some questions in here. I'll take a look at those here in just a second. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Tigris asset plugin, and here's what it might look like. Write bundle. Here we get our S3 client thing. We upload things for each file in the bundle. We send that there. Okay. And then rewrite. Oh, geez. No, I'm not sure that I love that. But anyway, I think there's got to be a way to do this. So that's the direction I would go if this is what I was working on. I hope that is helpful. Okay, great. Good question. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Yeah, I think we answered that. Okay, great. So coming over here to the chat. What's up, chat? Hello, let's see. Why we don't have any other way than React to do UI? Oh, well, yeah, that question is not does not accurately represent the reality, because we do have other ways to create UI other than React. Why for the last decade we still stick to it? Why is there no innovation in it so far? Because JS is very limited, and it's so strange we have JS engine and there's no TS engine to it. Oh man. Okay, let's see. So let me just get rid of a couple of things as I think about my. I'm also trying to think, how would I make it more obvious that I'm answering that question? I'll just, yeah. So to answer your first question, there are definitely other ways to build UI. And the, like, here, I'll just give a whole bunch of examples. Svelte, yeah, this. And yeah, solid JS, and yeah, even Preact, and Angular has been around for a super duper long time. And what other, yeah, oh, of course, Vue. I knew I was forgetting like a really, really big one. Vue JS. Come on, I need the website. There we go. Yeah, and there are tons more. So many different ways to build things. Of all of these, the thing that has gotten me most interested and excited is Remix. So their homepage is still Remix v2, which is kind of funny. They need to, well, of course they will eventually update it. But if you go to the blog, oh, Jam, nice. If you go to the blog, check out the Remix Jam 2025 recap. This will talk about Remix. This is new. I didn't even notice when this came out, but yeah, this is a new article. This is cool. Hey, it's me. Yeah, so I spoke there, and the really exciting stuff happened with the remixing UI piece, introducing Remix 3. This is a new way to build UI, completely separate from React, and it is awesome. I think that they're going in a really good direction here, so I'm excited about that. But yes, React is still definitely the top here, and will probably remain that way for possibly forever. There's probably actually good chance that as long as you are still hand coding UIs, you will most likely be doing it with React. But I think that there is a reasonable chance that, maybe not a reasonable chance, like a very small chance that Remix could top it. Possibly. I don't know. It's like, maybe part of it is wishful thinking just because it would be so cool as like lore in the world. Like I was there when Remix was announced, and and now it's this huge thing. Maybe that's all it is. React is great. I think that the biggest reason that nothing has toppled React is because none of these things is so different from React that it justifies learning something new or rewriting an existing product. React is good enough for 99% of things, and these others are just, they are also good enough for 99% of things. And so it just comes down to who was the most popular when they all became good enough, and React was. At the time that React came out, Angular was not good enough to do everything. Vue was really new and just didn't have the traction. It didn't get traction in time. Angular 2 was on its way, but still wasn't there yet. Solid and Svelte didn't exist. Preact, of course, didn't exist yet. And Remix is like, it's still not even released yet. So yeah, and then of course there were others, but like all of these now are at a level where you could be pretty happy using them, and React is just king because it's king. It also, like, they have done a really good job of innovating over the years as well. I know, like, that's another one of your questions, like, why is there no innovation? First, I would say, like, in general, there's a lot of innovation going on, like all these different frameworks. Remix has probably the most interesting new innovation that is the most close to the metal kind of framework for UI. Not just UI, but also the server. Remix is doing some really, really big and cool things. But React itself has innovated over the last decade. And it continues, it astounds me that if you go on the Wayback Machine and find the original React example, you can get that running in a React 19 project. That original example will still run in a React 19 project. I think that is so, like, nobody does that. Nobody that has had major version bumps it has ever done anything like that. So the ability for React to continue to evolve over all this time has been super impressive and I think influential in its success as well. I just realized it's kind of quiet in here, so let me get some stream beats going. Let me know if they're too loud. They're supposed to just be like subtle in the background. Okay, other questions? Why is there no, because JS is very limited. Of all languages, JavaScript is probably the most, it's, how do I say this? From a pure language standpoint, I would say maybe it is kind of limited, but from I think that is too loud. There we go. From versatility standpoint, JavaScript is the most versatile, not because of the language necessarily, but because of where it can be deployed. So JavaScript is everywhere. It's the most popular language. There's the Stack Overflow survey 2025. What's the most popular language? Yeah, stop. I want to send that. What's the most popular language? And it's going to be JavaScript. And what's interesting is most of the time they don't lump JavaScript and TypeScript together. Do they lump TypeScript and JavaScript together, or are they separate in that survey? In that survey is what I said, but okay. They're treated separately. So that is crazy. If they were combined, how much further ahead would they be from everything else? Yeah, okay. Let's find the actual survey from 2024, 2025. Here we go. All right. JavaScript technology. Here we go. JavaScript. Okay, yeah, whatever, except necessary cookies. All right, we've got JavaScript, we've got TypeScript. Stick these two together. It's hard to put them together because most people who say JavaScript will probably also say TypeScript, maybe. Clearly not all of them. I've got somebody at my front door. Hold on, let me see really quick if this is something I really need to go get. I guess I need to go get it. I'll be right back. Break time. Where's the break? Break. Be right back. yeah, that was important. And I will have to leave here in just a little bit because of that, what they're doing here. So let's see if we can wrap up answering wall markets questions. So yeah, anyway, JavaScript is like so far and away the most widely used language. For better or worse, I think it's great. I love JavaScript. So as far as like JavaScript being limited, I mean, every language has its trade-offs, but JavaScript, as far as deployability and the number of engineers you can get working with it and stuff, definitely the least limited. As far as features that it supports and things, there are features that we want, but I would say that JavaScript is probably also the most actively developed, or at least it was. I feel like it hasn't really had a lot of development in the last couple of years. But there's just so much happening in the language itself. So I should also say, that I only know JavaScript. I do, like, I can use AI to code in any of these, but yeah, I don't know these languages. So, all right, let's see. It's so strange we have a JS engine but no TS engine. Turns out that JavaScript engines are really, really hard to write. And anybody who decides, hey, you know what, I want to write a TypeScript engine, probably stops when they discover this thing. Isn't there a proposal in the TC39 for adding types as comments to JavaScript? They would see this proposal and be like, well, like, why would I bother? All of the JavaScript engines are effectively going to be TypeScript engines because they will support types as comments. Man, this is actually awesome. I don't need to open the thing. And so you will be able to run this natively in the engine when this happens. What's the current status? Stage 1. It's still very early. Yeah, not updated since March 2022. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, interesting. The ChatGPT thinks that it will not be widely adopted. Yeah, most people are already building anyway. And in fact, for lots of UI, Svelte you have to build. Solid you are using JSX, so you want to build. Preact same. Angular you have to build for any practical purpose. Vue you have to build. Remix uses JSX also. React uses JSX. So add TypeScript, woohoo, you still have to build anyway because you're using JSX or something. So even if you were to build a new engine, you would want to support both TypeScript and JSX, which is kind of a tricky thing it would be really tricky to support because like JSX has library implications and stuff too. So yeah, I think whether this actually happens is pretty up in the air, but I do think one of the reasons that a TypeScript engine has not been built is because adoption of that would basically not exist. Like if you're not Chromium or WebKit, then you're probably not going to get too much adoption. I know that there's a new engine that's being developed called Ladybug or Ladybird or something like that. And that is neat and exciting. It's awesome, actually. But yeah, just non-trivial. I'm not surprised at all that there's no TS engine. Okay, still using React day to day. Josh says, I am too. Hey, my headset not working at the moment. Can you type in chat? I'm not gonna type in chat, Emma, sorry. Joe, what are you doing? Combining, Joe, I think, anyway, combining wouldn't make any sense since TS is just a superset. Almost all people who pick TS will also have picked JS. Yes, there's really big overlap there. Okay, as I mentioned, probably before you wrote that, or after you wrote that comment, or before. You wrote the comment before I said it, or I don't know, something like that. So that's Office Hours. I don't think I had any additional questions in here. And because I've got people here, I think I'm going to bounce. I feel like there was maybe something in help I could help on. Oh, good. Glad we got that solved. Yep, we hopefully dealt with that. Yep, that's taken care of now. AWS outage, that was fun. We're all taken care of here. Yoink. A typo all along. Okay, good. Solved. I'd like to see that. We'll give that a check. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay. The rest of this stuff is kind of old. I think we have taken care of that. Let me just double check this as well. Yeah. We talked about this. Okay, cool. That's cohort stuff, so I'm not actually supposed to share that with the wide world. Okay. Yep, I think we're good. Thanks everybody for joining, and I hope you all have a really lovely day. I'm gonna go now, so we'll see you all in the future. Bye.